When he took his own life in 2018, former police officer Paul Reynolds was given a hero's send-off, despite being under investigation for child sexual abuse. Now, an independent review has revealed the full extent of his offending.
I've worked in sexual and gender-based violence for nearly 20 years, some of that in war zones. This is the most prolific grooming I have seen perpetrated by one person in my career.
For 30 years, Reynolds used his power to abuse boys and young men. 15 victim survivors took part in the review, which determined that Reynolds groomed at least 52 boys and young men, with some resulting in sexual abuse. There are likely to be more.
He was a master at it. He groomed victims. He groomed their parents. He groomed the communities, the sporting clubs. He groomed his own colleagues.
This report lays bare the failings of our organisation in protecting and keeping our community from harm.
Victim survivors said Reynolds used his position as a police officer to create a perception that he could influence the outcome of criminal processes, including once producing a fake police complaint to coerce a victim survivor into performing a sexual act. Reynolds predominantly met the boys through basketball and football.
Reynolds used sport to find and groom his victims and then eventually sexually abuse some of them. Sport was his hunting ground.
In 2018, a report was made to Northern Tasmanian Football Association board members about Reynolds' inappropriate conduct, including someone witnessing him massaging a teenage boy. It wasn't reported to police. The review heard the association went on to pay for his wake.
It's important that all sporting communities actually understand what grooming is.
The report found there were no internal police cover-ups, but officers who investigated a 2008 complaint prioritised Reynolds' reputation over the safety of children. The now police commissioner was the one to refer the complaint for investigation.
I'm devastated, and I think it's probably had more of an emotional impact because of the report I made in 2008. I feel very disappointed. Yeah, it's my job to make this right.
The report made 5 recommendations, including setting up a redress scheme for victim survivors, improving ties between police and sporting organisations, and strengthening the state's Integrity Commission. Tasmania Police, which has apologised for the funeral going ahead in 2018, says it's already made lots of changes and will accept the recommendations. Lucy MacDonald, ABC News.
And if you or anyone you know needs help, you can contact Lifeline or 1800 RESPECT.